What's going on, everybody? It is Wednesday, June 8th, 2022, and it's time for 2 Minutes with Jeff. So I wanted to talk about kind of like a tier system, what's going on in the market as far as like tiers of price ranges. What I'm seeing out there, your entry level, your starter house kind of price range, the 0 to 150, it's still strong. Those are where the most amount of buyers are. I'll give you an example. I showed a condo listing to a client earlier this week. It was priced at 120. Really nice property. Kitchen was nice, bathrooms were nice, had a partially finished basement. Everything looked pretty good. So I called the agent and they had 8 offers. And it sounded like, almost like it was the beginning of the year. They had 8 offers, over asking, appraisal guarantees, the whole shebang. So that price range in the market is strong, still strong. Then you're going to have your next tier up, which I would say is probably like the 150 to 250, maybe a little higher, 275, 300. Those are not as strong. I mean, it's your middle tier. It's the people that are looking for kind of like, the next step up house, not a starter house, but the next house. Maybe people have families or whatever, and they need more space. So those houses, I'm not saying all competition's wiped out, but what I am saying is it's not like it was at the beginning of the year. There's definitely a slowdown going on. There's definitely sort of a little market shift going on, but it kind of depends on what tier, I guess you can put it, is easiest a price range. So that middle price range, it's slowing down. There's still offers going out on properties, really nice. And then everything higher than that is kind of hit or miss. I had an investor guy friend that listed a beautiful home in Troy, beautiful home at $600,000, and he got multiple offers. It was a flip house, so I mean everything was done right. This guy did it really, a really, really nice house. So it's kind of hit or miss at that price range. I did see, going back to the like the starter houses or the lower spectrum of the price range, I will say this. If the house is priced right or accordingly or what the market's telling, I think you're going to have a lot of competition. The people that are struggling, where we're seeing houses sit on the market now for weeks, a lot longer than the average days on market, is these houses that are priced overpricing, and maybe they're just priced aggressively because at the beginning of the year houses were just going crazy and people were just throwing numbers out there like crazy and actually getting prices for houses like that. So it's just kind of what I've been seeing in the market. It's still strong, relative to previous years. Interest rates are on the rise, but they're still relatively low. They're going to continue to go up, I think. And now, I mean, we're coming up on summer. We're coming up into the peak home buying season. It's kind of hard to believe that it's going to be peak home buying season when the beginning of the year was kind of just crazy. So, school's ending. Lots of people move in the summertime because they don't want to move if they have a family, kids changing schools and stuff like that. So it's going to be interesting, at least for the next couple months. I still think the market's going to be really strong. It's just going to be a lot of different competition depending on what price point you're at. So, it's still good for buyers. It's still good for sellers. Sellers, you got to price your houses accordingly. You have to price your house right. You can't be this aggressive listing price anymore where it's like, let's find the highest sale comp in the neighborhood and let's price it a little bit higher than that and expect to get it, unless you have really like the nicest house in the neighborhood. I think that's kind of, that ship has sailed, in my opinion. So buyers, still a good time. Competition is kind of slowed down compared to the beginning of the year. Interest rates are still low. I've been able to get a couple buyers under contract recently over the past couple weeks and closing on houses. So that's always a good sign, where at the beginning of the year it was almost impossible for them. So that's the market right now. If you want to leave a comment, that'd be awesome. I respond to all the comments. If you have a question, send me a message, an email, text, call. And until next time, see ya.